So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert, if this is your first time tuning in. So today, it's a humid one here in South Texas, getting already a little shiny. It's humid, it's gonna be hot, so I thought I'd come out here this morning, make a couple videos for you guys. First one we're gonna make is gonna be on the Moultrie cellular trail camera, Moultrie Edge. I've had this guy for about a year. Real quickly before I get started though, if you can do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like button, and share on this video if you gain any value from it. So real quickly before we get started, I will leave this camera down below in the description for anyone who wants to check it out, purchase it, read the specs, etc. It'll be all linked down below in the description. Real quickly, if you guys need any drone services, for those of y'all who don't know, I actually do have a business, an Airbnb business, and we have a lot of drones that we use for our business. So we're going to start expanding and offering our services to other businesses. Any realtors needing some land videos for their marketing or for their listings, give us a message. What we do is we really do specialize in land. That's what this business really does, is glamping. Anyone who needs roof inspections, needing a flyover, maybe check out a roof. Anyone looking to purchase land, needing some videos on what type of land you're purchasing, some more in-depth shots, videos, pictures, whatever you need. Again, mainly targeting land, but we can do other things as well. If you want to see any of our videos, you can go to our TikToks, Facebook, all that stuff, all under the same name, Geodomes of South Texas. Just wanted to mention that we are going to be branching out and offering those services to others who need a drone for their marketing or for their listings, especially for you guys, especially for you realtors out there. Again, like I was saying, this is the Moultrie Edge. So a lot of people have this camera, and I made a video when I was unboxing it about a year ago. So now it's been a year with the camera. So how has it been? How has it performed? What have been the issues that I've had with it, if any? So we're gonna go ahead and get into that, talk about it, and yeah, stay tuned. Let's go ahead and get into it. So again, the first thing that a lot of people, I guess, either like or dislike from this camera is that there isn't an SD card. There is no place for an SD card. That's it. Like, that is literally it. Personally, I've had really good experiences with this camera with having no SD card. I actually really like it. You might be asking, how do you get your pictures, videos, things like that? You get them onto your phone. Obviously, it's a cellular camera, but it's through an app. There's an app, and it's stored on the cloud, and you can access them at any time, at any place. I can access pictures up to, I mean, I've only had it for about a year, so I can access pictures from last year through the app. So the app has a lot of cool features. It'll tell you pretty much optimal times when the deer are coming through or whatever you're hunting. It'll tell you the moon settings. It'll tell you a bunch of information. It'll even identify whether you have a turkey, a buck, a doe. You have to turn on those notifications if you do want to be notified, but you can do that to where you can actually get the notification on your phone. And instead of having to actually click on the notification, it'll just tell you buck detected, doe detected, turkey detected, hog detected, person detected if you're using it for security. It'll tell you all that stuff without having to actually go in and actually open up your whole phone. It'll just give you the notification, buck detected, person detected. Makes it a little bit easier, a little bit simpler. And for someone who's in a hurry or has a busy day, maybe you're at work all the time, you can just pull out your phone and look at it, and it'll tell you right then and there. So that's a cool feature. Like I said, I haven't had any issues without the SD card. Everything's been on the cloud. Everything's been pretty smooth from my experience so far. Again, we're only a year into it. We'll see what the other years bring. But as far as the SD card, no issues. The next thing is going to be the batteries. There is an eject button, and you just pull this thing out. So this thing takes 16 batteries. You can run it off of 8, but preferably running it on 16 is probably a little bit better. And it'll kind of tell you right here. The reason obviously for 8 versus 16 is the longevity. The amount of time you're gonna have to come out here and change out batteries with 16 versus 8 obviously is double. If you don't live in the area, it's probably wise to just go ahead and put the 16 in here. Rechargeables don't do as well in here. I've had rechargeables in here even with 16, and they seem to burn out a little bit faster than if you just go and buy Duracells from Walmart or H-E-B or wherever you're going to buy your batteries from. The the batteries that you buy in the stores, like the Duracells, the good brands, they typically last a little bit longer. You can get a little bit longer runtime on them than you can with the rechargeables. I bought the rechargeables for a lot of these too, because I thought it'd be more cost effective and it would last a little bit longer and I could just go in and recharge them. But I found out kind of quickly that, you know, the regular traditional just Duracells last a little bit longer in these cameras. Now for any other cameras that I have, I always use the rechargeables. They seem to last forever. But with these, they seem to drain a lot of energy. So just going out and buying some good Duracells. Again, not sponsored by Duracell, but those have been the best batteries for this camera that I have found in my area, and to pull it with my elements. Again, we're in South Texas dealing with 100+ degrees. Obviously in the winter it's not that hot, but throughout the summer, again, 100+ degrees, those seem to work best for my area. Another question is going to be, you know, how is the clarity on the camera? The clarity, from what I can tell so far, has been excellent. It's been really good. I haven't had any issues. I can always detect what it is. I can always see what it is. If I can get some videos on my phone, I'll put some up there so that right now, that way you guys can see them. There'll be a little small pictures of them or videos. Again, no issues with the clarity. I can tell exactly what it is. It picks up for pretty good far distance as well. Now, how is the sensor on it? So far, again, 1 year into it, the sensor does well. I feel like I'm getting a good range of how the animals are coming in, and I feel like it's picking up pretty well. I'll get a lot of pictures where the nose of the deer is barely coming into sight on the camera, and it's already picked it up. So it's probably already picking it up before it even comes into frame. And then once the deer actually moves into frame, then it starts actually recording the animal. But I like it. It's doing well. I can't complain about it. Now, how is it actually performing? So it still looks, you know, it has a little bit of a faded mark here on the top, but that is pretty much about it. It was out for, I want to say, about 6 or 7 months. So I only paid for the plan for about 4 months-ish. I would typically do 3, try to do only 3, but ended up getting 4 by accident. So 4 months with the actual plan, and then it was out in the sun and the elements for about 6 or 7-ish months. But other than that, I mean, it still looks freaking brand new, as you guys can tell. Now, I don't mount them to the trees either, and I put them in shade. That is something I'm going to mention real quick, is that I do put these things in shade, and I don't mount them to the tree. I'll leave what I use. I use a SpyHigh mounting system, and I mount them up to these little bolts right here, or their little threads, and that's how I set up these cameras. And again, I put these in shade. I put them, kind of clear up some areas where the antenna will fit, and I can get a good sight up for the antenna, and seems to be working fine. It increases the longevity of the cameras. They don't get so beaten by the elements, by the sun, by hail, all that good stuff. So those are just some things that I've done for it. So how is it to, I guess, operate? It's actually the easiest. I can actually say it's one of the easiest, probably the top 2 easiest trail cameras that I've ever had to operate. Literally, you just turn it on and off. You just literally switch it on and off. It'll start saying connected, it'll start blinking, and then once it's actually connected to a network, it'll say connected, or connecting and then connected. And that's pretty much it. And then you can set everything else from your phone. You can set up how often you want pictures, how you can check the battery, you can check the quality, the resolution, all that stuff. You can access it from the app, which I thought was super convenient, super easy. Definitely one of my top 2 easiest cameras to set up for sure. Without a doubt, super easy, super simple. Most cameras, you have to be pushing buttons on the camera itself to set the date, the time, and all that good stuff, the resolution. With this one, you can do it all from the app, which phones are just a little bit easier to handle and to mess with when it comes to doing things like that versus trying to do it with buttons on the camera itself. So in my opinion, it was super easy to set up, and it's been super easy to navigate and to work with. So overall, would I recommend this camera? I definitely would. I have had some other trail cameras, and I can say honestly, again, not sponsored by Moultrie, but this camera has been very well. It's performed well in the field. It's still holding up to the elements, especially here in Texas when we have 100+ degrees like we're gonna have again today. I think yesterday was 106 out here. So yeah, it gets freaking hot. and it's still holding up very well. Again, I do have it in shade, but I don't see much fading on the exterior case of it at all. So again, I would recommend it. Again, not sponsored, just my honest opinion. I do think these are good cameras. They've worked well. Like I said, I've had other cellular cameras, and within the first couple weeks, I end up having issues, whether it's connectivity or just issues sending pictures, issues with it just not functioning the way it's supposed to or the way it was meant to work. So this is one of the first ones that I haven't had those issues with, and that I'm actually relatively surprised, and was getting ready to give up on cellular cameras in general. Again, because I am kind of remote, I am very rural, so I thought maybe, you know, they're just not developed for this area yet. That's what I thought. Until I found this one, gave it a try, and it actually worked very well. So yeah, if you guys appreciate these videos, definitely consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later. Be careful, be good, take care, but God bless. Bye-bye.